question for you,
Yeah.
and it's a serious one.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen that new show on Netflix? Um, Age of Attraction? You
Yes.
have? Okay, good. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I
Because
love it.
you do? Okay, I do too. And I was just curious because obviously you and Ben have like a pretty large age gap.
We do.
And like how do you like what's your take?
I
Tell me everything.
I am so happy that they did this and that
I
it's a
love the
topic now.
concept. I
Yeah,
love the concept.
because I feel like forever, for years, it's always been a big taboo, a big
Yeah.
no-no to date.
Unless you're like a sugar daddy or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's only popular among like famous people
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
do
yeah.
it, but they never really talk about like the normal everyday people.
The people who like it's like been a
It
success story. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it is a normal person, they look down on it. It's frowned
Yeah.
upon. It's
Which I don't
disgusting.
know why, because it's so normal,
It
if you
is.
ask me. Like it I don't know. I don't understand the taboo
And
around
I'm
it.
talking about like 10 plus years,
Yeah.
like a 5-year gap, an 8-year gap, 7, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like
I think like
15,
yeah, I think like
20,
12 and higher. Like 10 isn't
yeah.
really like a huge deal, but like okay, let's back up. What is who's your favorite couple?
Ah,
Who's your favorite person? We'll start there.
Justin.
Justin,
Oh,
same.
God.
Same. He
He is and was on the show the total
I
package.
agree.
And I'm so mad that the girl, I forgot her
I
name.
can't remember her name either. I have her the picture.
Vanel.
I think it's Vanel.
She didn't see that and no, mind
I
you,
think she
Jorge.
saw it, but she was mind you, Jorge's a good guy too.
Yes. But Justin had the
Like
look,
how
the age. I know he's successful.
and he's only 44, whereas Jorge is 60, and I know that was a huge
When
problem
we
for
found
her.
that out in the promise
What was your
room,
guess? What was your guess on him?
probably like 55, 53.
I was gonna say like 51.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was in the 50s ish, and I guessed her. I thought she was 26. So I mean,
Yeah, I
she's
thought
27. But
the same.
I think if she would have went with Justin, mind you, I did not think that Jorge was as old as he was. Um, but I know, remember she had mentioned her parents don't want her being with someone who's like more than 10
10
years older
years,
than her.
yeah.
So her being 27, if she would have stayed with Justin, he's 44.
Yeah.
Still a pretty, more than 10 years, but like not by much.
No,
And
not at all.
I was number one, I was shocked that she didn't choose Justin. That's first. Because I could have swore that's what she was going to go with. Like when she
Same.
was stuck between the two of them, I thought she was going to
And
choose
then when
him.
he was giving her a massage and she's like, the only thing I can think about is Jorge. And
That
I'm
was
like,
the worst.
why?
Yeah, that was the worst.
He's taking the time to
timing.
give you a massage and really getting to know you and talk to you and see where you're at, and you throw that on him. And
Not
he
to
handled it
mention,
gracefully.
he did. He was such a gentleman. Not to mention, she kind of shot herself in the foot because she wants children. Jorge has grown children. His daughters are her age. So, yes, they could probably have a child if they wanted. Is that unlikely? Probably. Whereas with Justin, he has no kids and he wanted to be a dad. So I just don't get it. I don't get
know.
what she was thinking.
And then that piece of him talking about how he always wanted to be a dad, but he accepted it wasn't in the books for him,
killed me. Because I'm like, it absolutely is in the books for you.
Yeah.
Do not ever sell yourself short. Like,
No.
you are going to be a dad. You should be a dad. You can be
Yeah.
a dad. Like, and I wonder if, like on Love is Blind, you know how they do like a mixer later where everybody gets to like remingle with each other, and kind of like sometimes they rekindle like they rekindle with who their second choice was because their first one didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then some people really actually end up working out because they end up going with their second choice. I wonder if they're going to do something of that nature and Vanelle's going to be like so sad that she didn't choose Justin because she should be, honestly. Yeah. Or I wonder if he found a connection with somebody else.
And I wish they would have given him the opportunity with somebody else to like throw him back. Like, okay, so she didn't accept your promise in the promise room. Okay, let's see who else is out there and let's show that.
And I wish they would have shown that too. I wish they would have paid a little more time to when they were at the retreat and not jump straight into like
the
them living
living
together and
together.
like going
Yeah,
on
in
with
the
like
real
their
world.
life. Yeah, I
Hmm.
wish they would have. I mean, and maybe they will. I don't know, like in future seasons or something. But I wish they would have focused on that a little bit more too. Okay, so he was our favorite, hands down. What do you think of Teresa and John? She's
She's
the older one. She's
yes,
54,
yeah,
right? I think, and he's 27.
27.
I thought he
Who
was older. He
is
looks
older
older.
than her oldest son, who's 29.
Yes.
He does.
He doesn't look bad. I just
No.
thought because he carries himself well. I thought he was probably like 35,
Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah.
That's what I was guessing, but
I like them.
I
I
like
like
them
their
too.
chemistry together.
I like
She's
them too.
still, and obviously, no hate on older
At
women.
all. We love them. She's a smoke show.
She
Okay,
is.
let's
She's
just be real.
hot.
She's a
She's well
fucking
put
smoke
together.
show.
She's so fun.
She's
She's still
so
young.
fun. She dresses
She dresses,
phenomenal.
yes, but yet she still holds that maturity of a
Yeah.
woman
Yeah.
in the right way.
Yeah.
You know.
And I also like how she is like soft spoken, but she's like, you can tell she's a bad bitch too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she definitely goes with her girlfriends to Cabo on spring break in a string bikini.
Oh yeah.
Tell me not.
Yeah.
So
she
I
could
like
pull it
them
off.
together.
So it's
And
like, why wouldn't you want to be with her in that?
I agree.
You know, and like have her on your arm.
I liked the line where she was obviously very worried if he wanted kids because that's obviously not something she can do. And his answer to me immediately like made me like exhale, like, oh, okay. He was like, I have no interest in kids. I like living my life. I like my independence. You know, I like being about myself.
Yeah.
And that is the perfect match for someone who is obviously past like having children, that phase of life. And I want that for her. I think that's so, I like them together. I hope that they work out because he seems very mature. I think their biggest obstacle is going to be what her kids think and if she allows her kids' opinions to sway that. And hopefully they're not those. Okay, I feel like, and this is just my opinion, she's a grown ass adult. Her kids are also adults. Yes, they can have their skepticism at first, of course, because it's like, are you using her for money or like, what does that look like? But I would hope that she would be like, I'm an adult, mind your business.
Absolutely.
And they would
it's my
just
time to be happy.
for her.
I
Yeah.
devoted my life to you,
Yeah.
raising you. You're good. Now it's my turn.
And I'm
this is
allowed
the
to.
person that I'm going to do it with.
Yeah, and hopefully he can prove also to them that he's a good guy and he's in it for the right reasons and they have fun together and you know, he's not in it for because we don't know what they do like for work or what their personal lives look like yet.
Yeah.
I gather that he does well for himself just based off of how he carries himself. So hopefully those worries from her kids that he has bad intentions will go away. And I have high hopes for them. I think they're great. I love her.
I do
think
too.
and I think he makes her feel so good about herself too. Like you can tell
Absolutely.
he's into her. You can tell he
and the
likes her.
connection they have like in the bedroom and
hold on. She was the first one to
she
have
was.
sex. And I was so happy for her. Like when Vanessa like had asked, like,
Yeah.
have you guys hooked up yet or whatever? And she's like, yeah. Like I love that for her. Like you know that made her feel like, yes, I'm the oldest woman here. She has the youngest guy, right? Like he out of the ones that moved on, he's the youngest. He's 27. I think who's young? Is anybody younger than him? I don't other than Libby, but she's a girl.
No, but the guys, how old is the other one with Vanessa?
Yeah. I think he's 30.
Oh no,
I think
he's
he's
like
30.
31.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he's
okay, I
young
think
still,
he
but
is. I
think John's the youngest.
Yes.
And so I loved that for her. She's like, okay, I'm the oldest woman here. I have the youngest guy here. He likes me the most, arguably. I think he does. And yes, girl, we sure did. I love that for her.
Absolutely.
I think that was so cute.
Like we don't really hear too much about older women dating younger men.
Yeah.
I feel like the only like celebrity out there is, I don't know if you know him, Aaron Taylor. I can't think of his name. He's this big actor. He's gorgeous.
Of course he is.
And he married his wife, who's a director, and she's
older.
Yeah, way
Good for
older.
her.
And like he is so smitten with her
I
and
love
so in
that.
love with her, and he loves that she's an older, mature woman, and he's young, like 30s, gorgeous, but people hated on that.
Which is so stupid.
It is. So it's really refreshing to see in the show that they do have an older woman and a younger
and
guy
put
because
some normalcy on
Yeah.
it. Like, I'm sorry, but to me, if the guy is the right person, which John seems to be, we don't know a lot about him, but if the guy is the right person and has his ducks in a row as he should, I love that for an older, put together woman because there's this huge stigma on us as women when we get older, we're not hot anymore, we're not sexy anymore. But it's opposite for men. When they get older and they have this silver, hair, it's
Yeah.
almost like they get sexier as they get older because they're more mature and more defined and whatever else. But it's like, why is it the opposite for us? So in that case, I freaking love that for her because she's hot, dude. She's so pretty and she dresses cute. They have to work. I love that for them. And hopefully it does. Hopefully her kids can mind their business and stay out of it, But
But there's also, who is it, Teresa, and because she's 41.
Teresa is the one with John. Teresa and John are
No,
together. She's 54.
no. Who's the other one?
Um,
She's 41.
and she's oh God, who is it? Did she say no to the guy?
No.
They're with each other. I
Yeah,
can't think of her name. But his name is Logan, I think, right? Or no, it's Logan, right?
maybe.
I know who you're thinking of. He's tall and he has dark hair, and she's like 41. She has to be. I cannot think of
Yes.
her name because it's Vanessa and somebody. Is it Vanessa and Logan? Okay, so Leah is 41, I think, right?
Yeah,
And she's with Chris. I can't remember his age. I know he's in his late-ish 20s, maybe
maybe.
28. I can't remember, but I know he's definitely not older than that. What do you think of them?
I like them. I think she's too much of a firecracker for him. She's still like ready to
Yeah,
party and have fun, and he's sort of like, I don't know. I think there was that one part in the episode where they got back to the hotel and she wanted to like do something, and he's like, "I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take
yeah.
a shower. I'm taking a nap."
And
She's
he
like,
was
"What?"
saying she wanted to like be around him all the time too. And either of them have never lived with anybody
No.
before. So I think that was a big shock
Yeah,
for him. And I think it's kind of like pushing him away a little
I
bit
think so too, because he's always like, he said, no, not always, but he said, like, I don't think it's healthy that you're spending every time
every single
together. I'm
second.
like, I do with my
See, but
husband. Like,
we're
what do
so
you
different in
mean?
that way because I see where he's coming from.
I don't. I'm with
She
her.
wants to be, yeah, and see, she wants to be, but it's kind of hard because it's like if you're in a relationship and it's just the two of you, you guys should be spending a lot of time together. But I think from a young man's point of view, it's coming off as clinger. It's coming off as like you're needy and clingy. And that's what I worry about. But at her age, at 41, if she was dating a guy her age, he would want that. It
Yeah,
wouldn't come off as clingy. But, young men sometimes kind of struggle with commitment and stuff like that, and they don't want that
they still want
clinginess.
their alone time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I think in their age, they're closer in age though. I
yeah.
think they're maybe only like 10 and some change apart, maybe.
Okay.
But I think that's a problem. It's going to be a problem for them.
Yeah,
He thinks she's too clingy for him.
I think so. And she still wants to like do all these fun things, and he's still very much set in
He's
his ways.
more of an older soul from what I
Yeah,
think. I
but
think.
I like them. I have high
I like
hopes
them
for
too.
them.
He's cool. I mean, I think they're both cool. I just wonder if I wonder culturally what that's going to look like.
Oh,
Each other's parents, if
yeah.
they're going to care, about the age group. Because some cultures do. That's not a thing, especially if having children. Some cultures, you have to have children. And
I don't remember if she has children.
I don't think she's never lived with anybody, so I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
What did you think about Libby and Andrew? She's 22 and he's 38, and he has two daughters.
I love Andrew
I do
too.
too.
He and it's funny because we're the same age. So
Right.
like I know where he's at
Yeah.
mentally,
He grew on me.
responsibility.
He grew on
Yeah.
me for
Like
sure.
I instantly I related to him
I'm
because
sorry.
like I'm right there. I knew she was younger and I
Me
was
too.
a little skeptical like, I don't know.
I just didn't know how much younger, but she's young.
She's young.
She's pretty
He's already
young.
lived his life. He had his daughters in his 20s, so he had to
Yeah.
grow up, and now he's established. I think his oldest is 14.
Yeah.
So she is
his older
pretty,
daughter's 14 or 15.
yeah, she's pretty close. Libby's pretty close to it. And I relate to that so hard.
You do.
I
I
do.
know.
Because when I met Ben, I was 23 and he was 43. We have a 20-year age gap.
Yep.
They have a 20
They have a
years.
20. Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Ben has two daughters, and I'm
I
6
didn't even
years
think about that.
apart from his oldest daughter.
That is literally a spitting image of their situation.
So like I understand, I see where this can go, and honestly, it's up to her.
It is. It's up to her level of maturity.
Yeah.
If
And
she
what
wants
she's
to
willing.
step into that role,
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine because you can tell he really likes her. And the age gap is really not a huge difference for her if she doesn't make it one.
Right.
So if she's willing to, because some 22-year-olds, absolutely not. Like, stepmom is out of the question. Husband or wife is out of the question. Some 22-year-olds, no problem.
Yeah.
They want those things. So I think it just depends on her as a person. Do I think that their age gap could be the downfall? No, I don't. But like you said, it depends on her.
It does. It depends on what she's
She's gonna
willing to
have to
do.
meet him where he is, or it's not gonna work.
Yeah. And I mean, he's still super young
And
enough
he's
to
fun, it
yeah,
seems
he's
like.
fun.
Yeah.
He's not like an old grump like Ben was in his 40s. So
Yeah.
he was still fun. He was still okay, at this point in his life, he wanted to have fun. That's why he was into me, because
Yeah.
I was this young little peppy hyper thing, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Okay, my girls are grown enough to where like they
Yeah,
can
I
do their
wanna
own
live my
thing.
life
I'm going to
too.
do my own life and have
Yeah.
fun with her." And we did, and I'm hoping that's the same thing with them.
Yeah.
He is still has a
Because he
lot
is
to
young. He's only 38.
yeah, he still has a lot to grow on, and they can grow together.
Yeah. But she has to be very committed and sure that that's what she wants.
Yeah.
And that, I think that'll be their biggest obstacle, is if she's willing to, if she's in that space. Because I think he's a great guy. I think he owns a business. So, like, he does well for himself. And he's
Yeah.
not, like, ridiculously old where, like, it would be such a huge life change for her. But she is going to have to be conscious of what she decides. Because if she decides to jump into that, she's going to have to mature
Yeah,
quickly.
and I think like he's a good choice in the age, because I feel like
I do
he's
too.
past the whole video gaming
I do
up at
too.
2 a.m. and just wanting to hang out with his bros.
It would be a good thing for her.
Yeah,
if she was able
absolutely.
to.
Yeah,
I definitely think
because he
so.
finally reached that maturity level
Yeah,
of where
yeah.
he's
Keyword finally.
wanting to spend time with her. He's
Yeah.
wanting
But he's
to
still
do those
fun, so it's a
gro-
mix of both.
life goals with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still fun.
Yeah. Because he's not, you can tell he's a fun guy. He's not an old 38-year-old. He's a young 38-year-old.
Yeah, he still looks good.
He looks great. I didn't think he would, I thought he was like 34.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought they were
32.
going to have like a pretty small age gap. I didn't think he was as old as he is. He looks great. What do you think about Pfeiffer and Derek?
Oh man, no.
I love Pfeiffer.
No.
What?
Like I do too, but I think she's not ready to be a
You
stepmom
don't
because he
think?
has the 2 boys.
He does. They're like 5 and 15.
Yes, and
because she's what, 26?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And he's 43.
yeah.
He looks damn
43,
good for
44.
43. He has the best skin
He
ever.
looks
God.
great in his body.
Crazy. Yeah.
Tell me your gym routine.
Literally. And your skin routine.
Yes, all of it. And like no, I think like their chemistry is great. I think they're very much met in the same like fun level, maturity level, but
Yeah.
I don't think she's ready to step into that role of being a stepmom.
Yeah.
And that makes me nervous.
I have higher hopes for her than I do for Libby. I have higher
Yeah.
hopes for their relationship for 2 reasons. I just think she's more mature. And I truly don't feel like Pfeiffer is as bothered about the age gap as Libby is, based off their reaction. Libby
Oh, that's
almost
true.
fell through the floor. She was like, oh my God. And you could tell she was like, what am I doing? A little bit. I think Pfeiffer's a little bit more mature, and I think genuinely their connection is better. So I don't know. I have high hopes for them. I really like him. I think he's a great guy. I think he's cool. So
He is.
yeah. And she's so pretty. I love her vibe. I think she's great. She, to me, acts older than she is, but I don't know. Those 20 somethings are hard. It's going to be hit or miss. It's either
I
going to work
know.
beautifully or it's really not.
I know. With Pfeiffer, like I feel like she would be fun to like go on a trip with them or go snowboarding or do something. But then when it
Yeah.
comes down to him needing to be a dad, I don't know if she's gonna step back and be like, "That's on you,"
Yeah.
or, "Hey, let me help."
Let me intervene.
Yeah, let me like I don't know if that's in her nature to do.
The one thing that I did like was the conversation that he was talking about his like co-parenting situation. I think maybe he touched on it. It seems as though he has a good co-parenting relationship. So I like that. I think hopefully they'll have that in their favor. But I just wonder what her family's gonna think.
Yeah.
Because I saw a clip of, I think it was her mom, where she was like, "What are you doing? Like, you're going to be a stepmom? This man has kids." So I just
Yeah.
wonder if outside opinions are going to play into that.
And they will.
And they
And they
will.
do
I was
because
going to ask you. Tell me.
I had them. And so because of that, for the longest time, I never told anybody how old Ben was. I never,
When you were young?
yeah,
Like in the beginning
in the
stages?
beginning
Yeah.
stages.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was a little embarrassed about like, yeah,
How people would perceive it?
yeah, how people would perceive it. But I never really got a lot of negative feedback because it was only the people who knew Ben
Yeah.
and they saw him and they're like, "Oh no,
He's great. Yeah, who
he's a
cares?
great guy. Like
Yeah.
he's a good person, he's a good dad, he's so good to you. That's fine." But it's like new people I was always afraid of. Okay,
People who don't know you guys well enough always have the most to fucking say.
yeah. So those were the ones I was worried about, but I went through it. I
Yeah.
did it because it, let me tell you, meeting him at my age almost saved me because
Blessing. Super blessing.
I was a mess. In
You're
your
young.
20s, you're young, you
We
just
all
want to
are.
party
Yeah.
and have
Nobody knows what the
fun.
fuck they're doing in their
Like, I
20s.
didn't pay my
Yeah.
rent. Oh well. I don't have
It'll get paid.
electricity bill. Oh well. I mean, the guy I was with, like, we our power got shut down before I met Ben, right? So like
Mhm.
I knew where his priorities were. Then when I met Ben, like, and we lived together, like I started seeing, oh my
The
God,
stability.
yes. And that made me appreciate it and realize that is what I need in
That's what
my
I
life.
need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it helped me and it took me out of my heavy drinking, my heavy partying, my immaturityness, my is that a word?
Can
My
be. It is today.
it is today. And he just like really helped me grow. And
Good.
now being 38, and he's in his 50s, he's still exactly the same, which is funny.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
not.
different.
I'm
Yes.
different.
Yes.
And I have him to thank for that because he helped me grow up. He
I love that.
taught me what it is to have a decent life. He taught me what it
And to be
is.
consistent.
Yeah.
To be in life, consistent in bills, consistent in work,
Yes.
consistent in finances,
Oh,
consistent in
absolutely.
relationship, consistent in parenting,
Yes.
you know?
And then like and then with his kids, I was scared because I'm like, "Oh my
I was
God,
gonna ask you, how was that perceived? How
it
how
was
did they
hard.
receive you?
It was bad."
Yeah.
We won't talk about that. But
Yeah.
we got through it.
Yeah.
But now me being a mom now, I get it. Now I'm
Absolutely.
like, "Oh my God, girls, I am so sorry."
Yeah.
Like, I'm
But that's
sorry I
something
was
you
a
have to learn
kid.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a kid. I had to learn through that. But I also think after time, like how you were saying when people got to know him, they learned his character, so his age didn't fucking matter. It was
No.
irrelevant. Same thing with you.
Yeah.
You proved yourself. You obviously guys got married. You guys have a daughter together. You proved that you weren't in it for the wrong shit to be taken care of and after his money or whatever. So it's like with time you guys both proved to everybody around you
Oh
we're
yeah.
in this for the right reasons because we love each other clearly.
Yeah, 13 years going strong. Like, it's
Exactly.
great.
And
And
normal,
in those
yeah.
13 years, he's provided me a lot of stability and a lot of growth. He challenges me every
Yeah.
day.
But
He
you also pull your weight as a grown
Yeah,
ass woman.
I
Like
do.
you are 100% a wife and a mom and a partner as you should be. And you proved that.
And I don't know what I'd be like if I did stick with a guy my age. I truly don't. Like, would we grow at the same time? Would we learn and fall together? That's fine.
Yeah.
But my upbringing, I didn't thrive well in that environment.
Yeah.
I thrive better with somebody older and who understands and can provide the
And
stability.
did.
Now, the caveat to that is like there are older men that don't have their shit together
No.
still.
And
And
vice versa. There's older women who
yeah,
date younger men because they don't have their shit together.
no.
And it's easier to feel not so out of place because they're dating a young man who doesn't give a shit if the lights get turned off or that doesn't give a shit if you aren't a good mom or if you go to work every day. So it's like it's a slippery slope because some older people date younger, whether it's male or female, whatever, date younger so that they don't feel so out of place with people their age for not having their shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've met it both ways. I've seen it both ways where older guys date younger girls because girls their age are like, you're not shit. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Women who are a mess, women who don't have their priorities in order, or they jump from relationship to relationship, or they'll just be with whoever, date younger guys because younger guys think they have their shit together because they're young and they don't have their shit together. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. That concept of that show is fascinating to
It
me. I
is.
love it.
What about who's the other one?
Let's see. We had Pfeiffer and Derek. We had Logan and Vanessa. We have Jorge and Vanell. We have Libby and Andrew, and we have oh god, Teresa and John. Is that all of them? Who's the other couple?
They're Vanessa. Did you say it?
Vanessa and Logan. Vanessa's the blonde. What do we
Okay,
think about them?
that one's also tricky
Me
too
too.
because he already had his apparition.
He
What's
had
that
his
word?
concerns.
Thank you.
Same thing.
About their age gap,
Yeah.
and I feel like that is still sitting with him.
So I
And
think she's 48
yeah,
and he's 30,
31, 30. Yeah,
somewhere in
they're
there. Yeah.
not that bad.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I feel like he's letting that still get into his
I think
head,
so
and it's
too.
showing when they're together.
I think he struggles with being, this is just my opinion. I don't think he's that attracted to her.
No,
And I
she's
think
great
she's
though.
great. Oh,
She's
fuck.
beautiful.
She's hot for her age, for
She
sure.
is.
But she might not be his type. That might be the problem. He
Huh.
might be used to dating, something completely different. And I think that's playing into his insecurities. I don't think she's his type. And I think before he didn't care too much about, I think he was hopeful that they were closer in age so he could get over the fact that she wasn't his type. Then when the age set in, I think he was like, oh God, now it's both. You know what I mean? I like her though. I think she's really pretty. She's a salon owner, I think.
Yeah.
And I think she's great. I think she's fun. I think she would do well with someone who is closer to her age.
I agree.
I do. And I think, to be honest, I think he's just immature. And it's showing, and that's fine. He's fine for his age, but I think she will run circles around him.
Oh yeah.
And I think intellectually she's kind of already seeing that because every time they have an argument, she has super valid points, and his kind of answers are always like, I don't know if I can get over the age thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just my take on it. I think they probably won't work out, but I do think that she's great. I think I don't know too much about him. They haven't gotten a lot of screen time, so I don't know too much about him, but I think she could do better.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's why I wish like they at least got to mingle more with others too.
And explore, because like if you compared this show with Love is Blind,
Yeah.
I like that in Love is Blind they kind of have an opportunity to rekindle with others that they had a connection with in the pods, but they didn't choose each other, because 9 times out of 10 the second option ends up working.
Oh yeah.
And
except for Justin, he should be the first option.
correct, and he should have. But I just wish that they would have highlighted that piece more for people like Justin, people like Justin and maybe Vanessa would be great together. They're
yeah.
close. She's a little bit older than him, but you know what I mean. Like I wish that they had a second go round on connections with people, because I do think that certain things would have worked out. Like Leah and Jorge, I think would make sense.
Oh yes.
They would look great together. They're closer in
Oh,
age.
she'd be so much fun.
So
with him.
much fun. And he's fun. And I just think like on an intellectual level, I think they would make more sense. So I wonder if that would be like a spin-off idea where they
Yeah.
can have the same set of people just with different outcomes and see how that would work.
Yeah.
What do we think about there was another couple, I can't think of their names, but she had long dark hair.
West.
She said no. Yeah, West and I can't think of her name. I liked them separately. I liked him a lot and I liked her a lot. I think someone like West would make more sense with someone like Libby.
Yes.
He is still older. I think he was like 33 maybe. So still older, smaller age gap. But I just think someone like those two would make more sense.
Yeah.
And then someone like the girl who I can't think of her name, her and like Andrew would make so much more sense.
Yes.
Still an age gap. Age is still maybe a little bit of a factor, who knows. But I just think from the viewer's perspective, we can see all the different channels of people. It's like, oh, I wish they could revisit those connections and hopefully make them. Don't you
Yeah.
think?
I hope they do.
I hope they do
Because
too.
then I feel like it would be a better outcome for everybody.
Yeah. And obviously, of course, more drama too.
Well, yeah.
And it would be good for Netflix, but hey.
I'm really curious to see like what the second piece of it is, because we got a little bit of a taste of a
Yeah.
review of the conversations with their family.
Mhm.
But like I'm kind of bummed about how Vanel and Jorge like ended it all because of an altercation with the guy on the street. And I feel like
I'm
he
glad you
handled
brought this
that. I would appreciate he
Me
handled
too.
that. And I
Me
love
too.
what he said. He said, I need a woman that would stand by me and like
And
trust
me.
what I'm doing to protect you and I. She didn't. She flipped out
That
for
whole thing was
whatever
weird to me.
Yeah, it was weird. Maybe it was a cop out for her to get out of it.
And maybe it was. And I saw it the same way you did. from a woman's point of view, I think he handled it with grace. Obviously, we didn't see the altercation of what had happened on the street, but from what was told, I think he handled it just the way he carries himself. I think he probably handled it well. He wasn't like completely outrageous. But in that situation, that is a man's job to protect himself as well as his woman or
Yeah.
whatever, kids, whoever they're with. And I feel like she read that wrong, and I think that's why she cried so hard after, is because I think she knows she's making mountains out of molehills, and I
Oh.
don't know that she's going to find a guy on that intellectual level for her, because he was a catch. He's a great catch, but I do feel like when they were having that conversation and he was having to kind of like almost parent her,
Yeah.
he was talking to her
Well, the
like
way
her
she was sitting there and just being
she was
disrespectful and
pouting, and
pouting. Yeah.
he had to almost like dad her because she was acting like a kid having a tantrum. And I think she took offense to that, but he hit the nail on the head with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with how he went about that
No.
conversation. He gave her, and she was doing all the classic narcissism things, talking over
Yep.
him,
Yep.
and only seeing things from her way, victimizing herself, whatever. And I think she dropped the ball with him. She dropped the ball twice. She dropped the ball with Justin. She dropped the ball with him for
And I feel like
sure.
she changed herself for both of them. She
Yes.
was like one different person with Justin who just seemed more poised, sweet,
Yes.
calm,
Loving.
mature, loving. And then with Jorge, she was almost like
A giddy schoolgirl who like lost her
I was going to say
sense.
brat, but yes,
Yeah,
that.
bratty, like a bratty daughter kind of is how I
Yes.
got the vibe.
I don't know why. Like she couldn't even fix herself. She's sitting there in her pajamas. Like,
I know.
girl.
I'm not ever knocking women and how they look without
No.
makeup. She looked vastly different. And maybe
Yeah.
it's because she was unhappy. I'm not too sure, but it's almost like her mood, her
Oh,
personality, and
mhm.
her looks changed. It was like a
Yeah.
whole different person I was seeing. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because when she was with Justin, she was one way, and when she was with Jorge, she was another. And I think where she messed up is she was chasing lust with Jorge. That's why she was so like
Which she shouldn't have if she was
she
celibate.
exactly.
Like, what
That's
was
another thing. The
that?
celibacy thing confused me, and I
Same.
think he did a really good job trying to support her and show up
Yeah.
for her. But I think she was confusing him, because I with myself was confused, because she said one thing and then kind of crossed boundaries and did another, but then wanted to make him feel like he wasn't supporting her celibacy. So if it was confusing for me, I know it was confusing
Oh
for
yeah,
him.
it was.
And I think that both of those guys were great catches, and she just was not a good fit for either one. And I'm glad that it kind of happened when it did, because both of those men, if they do a revisit on other candidates, I think would have no problem
Not at all.
finding a good woman, especially Justin. I think he absolutely will, and I hope they revisit that.
I do
really
too.
do.
He needs another shot.
He's great. Yeah, shout out to Justin. We think you're great, and you deserved better, friend.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought that concept of that show is really, really good. I liked it. I was hooked to it. I watched, I think it's 4 episodes.
Yeah.
I watched all 4 in one sitting.
Same. I inhaled it.
Same. Inhaled it. Didn't even chew it. Like,
No.
just swallowed it whole.
And then, like, after I was done watching it, Betty came home. I'm like, Benjamin,
I have to tell you.
there's a
yeah.
show about us.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. I didn't even think about that, because you guys are like a perfect example of like relationships with an age gap absolutely
And it
work.
works.
It does. And it can. That's the whole premise why I don't like the stigma on age gaps.
No.
I like people. I will like you for who you are, what you are. I don't care about age. I don't care about religion. I don't care about, kids, no kids, well, I kind of care about profession, because you have to have a job. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, age is such like this taboo, like weird thing that people make a thing, and it shouldn't. And
It shouldn't be.
I'm glad that it's kind of becoming more like of a thing on TV, because it needs to be talked about. It's not a big deal unless you make it a big deal. And people are shitty partners. It doesn't matter their age. Their age normally has nothing to do with it.
No.
They really don't. It's a good show for sure. I'm excited to see what the next piece of it looks like, the other half, and I wonder,
And I
what
know
future ones will
you're
too.
open to younger and
Yeah.
older as well.
I absolutely. I've never cared about age. I care about the person. And I think someone on that show I think it was Teresa that made a good reference. She was like, if I was on a dating app or out somewhere, and I saw his age, I would have never even given him the time of day and just swiped or whatever and kept going. I'm not that way. I try really hard to make age not a factor. And I think that's a perfect example of we shoot ourselves in the foot and before even giving things a chance. Just like you, I mean, if you were not with Ben
Yeah.
and you met someone right now, you're 38 and a guy was 23, you probably would be like, don't know. But it's like if you kept an open mind,
What's your
you
credit
never
score?
know. Yeah, exactly. But it's like you just never know.
No.
And I think that show really allows people to keep an open mind. Because age really is only a factor if you make it one. And the factor of making it one is only a thing if you're a shitty person. Like,
Yeah.
you can be a great person at 22 and be a great partner to someone who's 35. Or be a great partner, you're 27 and she's 55 or however old she is. It just depends solely based on the person, in my opinion.
It does.
That's why Jorge and Vanel didn't work, because he's a great person and she's not capable at right now.
No, and that's where I think maybe she just needs to stick to someone her age.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think she also is having internal struggles on who she is and what she wants. And I think that's first and foremost why it's not. Even with someone her own age, I don't think it would work out, because she wavers on the things that she claims are so important to her. And if she doesn't want a man that's protective over her, honey, good luck. I'm just going to tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, a man would have responded the same way Jorge did. At least I would hope.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anything wrong with that.
No.
And that conversation was just weird to me.
Otherwise, I love this show.
I do too.
I can't wait for the next part to drop.
And we will be talking about it. Don't you guys worry. We'll get your opinions and what you guys think, because I'm so addicted to it. And I'm like, please don't only have like 2 more episodes. Like, I need at least 4.
I know.
And a second season. So like Netflix, you need to work on that.
Yes, a second season with a whole other different group.
Yes. And we need follow up on our people who didn't get enough time. Because we're invested.
So invested.
But as usual, I will keep this between us.
Obviously. Thank you.
And we will talk to you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.